What's going on, everybody? Blake here at Trade Tracer. As always, none of this is financial advice. Hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you check out the content and the details for some free trading signals. Let's go ahead and get it started here. We have the S&P pulled up here on a daily time frame. I'm going to get you prepared for this week. S&P is making new highs into new all-time high territory. So this is bullish price action. We can't ignore that the S&P is putting in new highs and closing at all-time highs. This is an uptrend. I've got some upside bogeys, 430.22 on the SPY and 434 as my next target. Now, do we make a straight line there? Probably not, guys. Don't be surprised if we come back and fill some gaps in here. But overall, as long as we hold this cloud, which is simply the 10 and the 50-day moving average, I do think odds are in our favor to make a push higher. The NASDAQ is looking strong. I do expect the NASDAQ to start to lead. We've seen some rotation out of the industrials into tech. We have names like Apple and Amazon and Netflix that are ready, in my opinion, to make this next leg higher. And if those do go higher, likely they lead the NASDAQ higher as well. So upside bogeys on the NASDAQ, the Qs, 553 and 559. Keep your eye on those. Once again, probably not going to go in a straight line. Will likely be choppy. Make sure you just stay long versus your stops. The Dow Jones on Friday did close above the cloud, so this is a very positive sign. We broke below this uptrend line, so it started to look really nasty here back in mid-June. And then after testing some key levels and filling some gaps, got back above this 50-day moving average. So keep a close eye on the Dow Jones Industrial. If this starts to move, one of my favorite names in this space is Boeing. And while I got it up, let's just talk about Boeing really quickly. Boeing back above the cloud has had a nice move, consolidated, came back, tested the 50, back above the 10 and the 50, above the anchored VWAPs. If we can get back above Friday's high, I think this has a very high probability of making a move to the 256 level, and above that, we've got the 266 level. So Boeing, I think, looks very good if the Dow wants to start to lead. Now, before we get too off track here, let's definitely talk about some cryptos. I know everybody is wondering, what do you do in the crypto space right now? I've gotten so many calls and texts lately about, should I be buying Bitcoin? Should I be buying Ethereum? Look, Bitcoin has had a drawdown, a pullback of 50% from the highs. So if you are a long-term investor, I'm talking, you're looking 5 years out, you have a long investment time horizon, this might not be a bad idea to go ahead and start dollar cost averaging into a position into Bitcoin. All right. The key level here is 30,000. If we lose 30,000 on Bitcoin, I'm going to go ahead and say it. We come back, we test 24,000. So keep a close eye on Bitcoin. If you want to try to buy the dip, you could try to do so in this area with a stop below, let's call it 29,000. All right. So you're not risking too much if you're trying to buy the dip. I'm not a dip buyer. I'm a momentum and trend trader. I would like to see price back above the cloud, which roughly is around 39,200, before I started to get confident in Bitcoin and understanding that this downtrend is over with. Until we can get back above there, I don't have a ton of confidence in Bitcoin. But like I said, if you are a dip buyer, if you're a long-term investor, if your investment time horizon is 5 years to 10 years out, I think that Bitcoin at that time is higher than $32,000. So that's just my take. Similar story with Ethereum. Ethereum is testing this area of interest that I have highlighted. This range is really important. We have the 200-day moving average, we have a price level inflection point, and we have the year-to-date anchored VWAP. If I was to buy anything, it would probably be Bitcoin right now. It's showing a little bit more relative strength. But if we were to bounce, this is a great area to bounce. So once again, if you want to be buying the dip, this is probably a decent place to do so with a tight stop. And as you guys know, I'm a trend trader, and so I'm not buying this dip on Ethereum or Bitcoin. Want to talk about our investment portfolio. ARKK is one of our main positions. I have mentioned that growth and tech are likely going to lead. That's exactly what we've seen. ARKK looks really strong. I think Cathie Wood's ARK funds have a very strong second half of the year. They're already off to a great start in these past 2 weeks. So I do like ARKK in the investment portfolio along with Sky, SKYY. This looks very good on all time frames. Monthly time frame looks really strong after putting in a reversal off the top of the cloud, and that monthly candle is looking like it's going to close strong this month. Weekly candle also looks very strong. Price strength confirmation above the April 26th high, so that looks good. And then also, obviously, on the daily time frame, we like this as well. So Sky looks really good. And then we're also invested in the Qs. So we got Qs, we've got Sky, and we got ARKK. All of these look very, very good. I'm going to stay along these sectors and these ETFs. One thing I want to highlight is banks. Keep a close eye on banks this week. The stress test came out last week, and banks looked really, really good. So your Goldman Sachs, your Citis, your JP Morgans, they all look really, really phenomenal. PNC, but I've just got XLF. This is the ETF that's pulled up here. Closed above the cloud on Friday. If we can get back above Friday's high, I think this no reason we can't come back and test the 38, 39 levels on the XLF. One stock that I'm watching very closely this week is Netflix. Netflix, for me, has a very positive setup. We've got a gap to fill here. I think very easily we could come back and get close to this 550 level on Netflix. So keep a close eye on Netflix. If the technology sector leads, I expect Netflix to step up to the plate. That's all I got for you guys this week. Make sure you check out the description and get in Telegram for some free signals. I'll see you on the open.